In the name of Lord Jesus Christ, we now commence our testimony session.
奉主耶稣的圣名，我们开始见证会。
Let's sing hymn 90.
我们一起唱赞美诗第90首。
Today, we thank God we have Sister Ruth Liu to testify for us.
感谢主，今天我们会有Ruth 姐妹来为我们做见证。
So we're going to kneel down and pray.
我们现在一起跪下祷告。
Let's ask God to guide this testimony session.
我们求神带领今天的见证会。
May God grant the speaker and translator the power and the wisdom to speak the testimony.
我们愿神能够赐给讲者以及翻译者他的智慧以及力量，让我们能够说出他的讯息。
May God open our heart so that we can understand the message, the testimony, and know how to apply in our life.
也求神打开我们的心，让我们能够了解他的讯息，以及让我们知道如何应用到生活当中。
Let's kneel down and pray.
让我们跪下祷告。
Now we will invite Sister Ruth to testify.
现在我们邀请 Ruth 姐妹来为我们做见证。
In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, I testify.
奉主耶稣的圣名，我在此做见证。
As we think about the new normal for our life today,
当我们思考一下我们现在的新的生活模式，
I'm not sure any of us could have expected this to be the situation.
我想没有人曾经能够预料到会是这个情况。
Looking back at my own journey,
回顾我的过去，
the unexpected things have been turning points that God has used to teach and mold me.
各样出乎意料的事情，总是神用来教导我，并且塑造我的转捩点。
When I was young, my mom would share with me that I have a lot to be thankful for.
当我小的时候，我母亲常常会跟我分享，说我有许多事情是要向神感谢的。
I was born premature, yet God blessed me with a healthy childhood.
我出生的时候是早产，但感谢神的恩典，让我能够有一个健康的童年。
In November 2008, I went to the doctor for a routine checkup.
在2008年的11月的时候，我去医院做一个例行性的检查。
After doing some lab work, the pediatrician advised me to see a specialist at the Children's Hospital the next day.
在检查之后呢，儿科医生就建议我隔天要回到医院去做一些追踪。
My parents brought me there the next morning.
我的父母呢，隔天带我去。
And from that day on, my life changed completely.
但从那天之后，我的生活完全的改变。
At the age of 12, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes.
在12岁的时候，我被诊断出了第1型的糖尿病。
It's an incurable autoimmune condition.
这是一种无法被治疗的一种自体免疫的疾病。
It's different from the more commonly known type 2 diabetes.
这和一般比较常见的第2型糖尿病是不太一样。
For those with type 1, the immune system destroys certain cells in the pancreas.
第1型糖尿病的患者呢，他们的免疫系统呢会摧毁他们胰脏里面的某些细胞。
And so their bodies can no longer produce insulin.
让他们的身体无法产生胰岛素。
Insulin is necessary to help the body use and store glucose.
胰岛素呢，对身体要用葡萄糖来说是非常重要的。
The energy it gets from food.
而葡萄糖正是细胞们要得到能量的方法。
So type 1 diabetics must take insulin through multiple injections a day or wear an insulin pump to live.
所以第1型糖尿病的患者呢，必须要每一天固定施打好几次的胰岛素，或者是要带一个胰岛素的注射器。
They must constantly monitor their blood sugar because both low and high blood sugars pose great danger.
而且呢，他们必须要时常的来监控自己的血糖，因为不论是高血糖或低血糖，都会有非常危险的后果。
My diagnosis became a catalyst of major stress.
我被诊断出来这件事，成为了一个制造很大压力的来源。
My specialist made me feel ashamed for struggling.
我的专科医师呢，让我觉得感到非常的羞辱，而且呢非常非常的挣扎。
The people who did know about my diagnosis spoke words that I knew came from a place of concern.
那些知道我的情况的人呢，会对我说一些话。我虽然知道他们是关心我，
At the same time, hearing their words really hurt.
但同时听到他们的话，对我来说非常受伤。
I would also hear many people make jokes about the disease.
我也听到很多人会对我或对这个疾病说一些笑话。
For me, this was more horrifying than hilarious.
但对我来说，这一点也不好笑，反而是非常的让我恐惧。
Even the word diabetes made me cringe.
甚至糖尿病这个字就让我一听到我就感到畏缩。
I constantly fluctuated between trying to take care of myself.
于是呢，我就有时候我会照顾我的身体。
And other times I would neglect my health completely.
但有时候我会完全忘记，故意忽略我的身体状况。
I would always compare myself to others with this condition.
我常常会拿自己来与其他的第一型糖尿病患者来做比较。
Their positive mentality and success felt impossible to reach.
他们是正向的思考以及他们的成功，让我觉得是不可能达成的。
Feeling the pressure to fit in with my peers, I decided I didn't want to live this different life.
在感受到同侪的压力之下，我决定我不想要跟别人过着不一样的生活。
I didn't want the injections.
我不想要施打胰岛素。
I didn't want to poke my fingers with needles 4 times a day or more.
我不想要让我的指尖扎针来测血糖。
I lied to my parents about blood sugar readings.
我对我的父母对于关于我的血糖的事说谎。
I gave myself insulin once a day or not at all.
我有时候只施打1次的胰岛素，有时候甚至1天都没打。
On most days, I would pretend I didn't have this health condition.
通常呢，我都会尝试的去假装我自己没有身体的这些问题。
I was angry at my body.
我对自己的身体感到生气。
I was frustrated at God.
我对神感到非常的沮丧。
I had always been taught growing up that God is all powerful.
从小到大，我们常常被教导说神是全能的。
Many people would also remind me and encourage me too.
很多人也会这样子来提醒我，并且鼓励我。
They would say, have faith and pray hard.
他们会说你要有信心，并且要一直祷告。
God will surely heal you.
神会来治疗你。
I'm praying hard for you too.
我也会持续的为你祷告。
So I wondered,
所以我开始思考，
if God can change something with one word, why couldn't he make something happen so life could go back to what it used to be?
如果神的一句话就可以改变一件事情，那为什么他不要让我回到过去我曾经经历的生活呢？
I began to feel extremely discouraged knowing that God could heal, but he just wasn't healing me.
我开始感到非常的沮丧，因为我知道神是可以治疗我，他却没有打算要治疗我。
I began to think that God didn't see my distress.
我开始想，神是不是没有看见我的忧愁？
If we look at Romans chapter 8, verse 28,
如果我们看罗马书第8章第28节，
it says,
记载着。
And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are the called according to his purpose.
我们晓得万事都互相效力，叫爱神的人得益处，就是按他旨意被召的人。
This was a very familiar verse to me,
这对我来讲是非常熟悉的经节，
but I couldn't see any good in having this health condition.
但我从我的身体状况来看，我看不到有什么好处。
It was physically challenging,
身体上对我来说非常的困难，
emotionally painful,
在情感上也非常痛苦，
and so expensive to take care of.
并且要照顾的身体是多么的耗费心力。
When my dad was unemployed when I was in high school,
当我高中的时候，我的父亲失业了，
I felt like I was putting great financial strain on my parents.
我感觉到我对我的父母造成很大的经济压力。
All of my medications and medical supplies were at a high cost, even with insurance.
因为我看病的钱以及药的钱呢，就算有医疗保险也是非常的贵。
I felt like a burden to my family, which made the shame worse.
我觉得我是家里的负担，就让我的羞愧感更加的恶化。
I took medication and checked my blood sugar once a day at the most.
于是我每一天只吃药，或者是确认我的血糖一次。
In college, I continued to not take care of myself.
到上大学之后，我还是继续的忽略我的身体状况。
I never prayed about this matter
我从来不为这件事情祷告，
because it felt painful to talk about to God.
因为我觉得光是要向神说这件事，就让我感到痛苦。
And I continued to hide the fact that I had this condition from those around me.
我也对我周围的人呢隐瞒这件事情。
In 2017, I had to go to the hospital because of health complications.
在2017年的时候呢，我因为有各样的健康问题，我必须要回到医院去。
God was shaking me wide awake.
神让我大大的醒来。
I suddenly realized that this identity of having a chronic illness made me hate myself.
我发现呢，这个身为一个慢性病患者这个身份，让我有对自己感到了一份恨意。
And after that hospital visit, I started seeing a new specialist.
当我到去看病之后呢，我开始看的是另外一位的专科医师。
And during that first meeting, she said, "You know you aren't doing this alone, right?"
在第一次看诊的时候，他告诉我说：“你知道，你并不是一个人度过这些。”
Through this one small question, God helped me see with my own eyes.
就借着这样一个问题，神帮助我透过我的眼睛。
How shame and sorrow made me build up this wall between me and God and between me and the people in my life.
让我能够看见说，我心里中的那种愧疚感以及忧伤是如何在我和神之间，以及我和其他人之间建立了一堵高墙。
And this marked a new chapter for me.
这对我来说是人生的新的篇章。
I gained a different perspective of God's love.
因为我得到了一个对神的爱的另一种角度。
One day that same year,
在同一年的某一天，
a spiritual friend and I were talking about 2 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 9.
我的一位属灵同伴与我在讨论就是关于哥林多后书12章第9节。
Here, Paul asked 3 times for the thorn to be taken away.
在这段经节里呢，保罗说他曾经3次向神祈求神能够将他的刺移开。
Yet God simply responded,
但神只是回答他说
"My grace is sufficient for you."
我的恩典够你用。
This sister reminded me that,
这提醒了我，
after hearing God's voice, Paul did not ask God to take the thorn away anymore.
当保罗他听到神的回答之后呢，他并没有继续的求神将刺移开。
He didn't need it to disappear.
他不需要神他不需要神将让刺消失。
He could still have a joyful life, he could still trust in God, and he could still see his grace.
就算刺还在，他还是可以过着一个喜乐的生活，并且呢，信靠神，并且看到神的恩惠。
Around this time, one of my relatives shared a testimony of a sister with another chronic illness.
大约在这时候呢，有一位亲戚呢，就与我分享一位同样是慢性病患的姊妹的一个见证。
She had an incurable genetic condition that severely affects connective tissue.
他所罹患的是一个也是无法治愈的一种遗传性疾病。那这个疾病呢，会影响到他的结缔组织。
It causes many vision, heart, and general health problems.
这在他身上呢，造成了许多视力、以及心脏以及各式各样的健康上的问题。
She fell into deep depression and was physically and emotionally worn out.
他陷入的相当深的忧郁，并且呢，身体上以及心理上都感到非常的疲惫。
She and I had this same looming question in prayer.
他和我都有一样的对神的一个问题。
God, do you love me?
神，你爱我吗？
We also both went through a season of feeling like God loved everybody else but us.
我们也同样都经历了一段感受，就是感受到说神只爱身边的所有人，却不爱我。
I was really touched to see that God renewed this sister's purpose in life.
我看到的神如何改变的这位姊妹她的人生的目的，让我感到非常感动。
He restored her hope.
他重建了她的盼望。
And through a firm trust in him, her journey reflects that suffering can coexist with joy.
并且呢，这位姐妹呢，她因为倚靠神，她的旅程呢，就让我们知道说，受苦也能够跟喜乐共存。
These two encouragements, among many, were all lovingly prepared by God himself.
这两个事情呢，以及其他的一些对我的鼓励，都是有大爱的神来预备给我的。
In those moments, neither my friend nor my relative had any idea about my health struggles.
在那些时候呢，我的朋友或者是我的亲戚们，他们都不知道我身体上的这些问题。
Thus, God was the one providing in a time of dire need.
因此呢，神是在这些我迫切需要的时候，唯一的一位的存在。
I finally started to take my health a little more seriously.
我开始对于我自己的身体状况感到重视了一点。
These reminders made me step back and think.
这些对我的提醒让我退一步，并且思考。
Who am I to ask God for healing?
我究竟是谁，竟然敢向神求神来治愈我？
Of course, God is more than capable of healing me.
当然，神是治愈我，治好我的病，对神来讲是一件小事。
But the sovereignty is His.
但主权是在他手中。
Just because He doesn't heal me doesn't take away from the fact that He's still a good God.
他不治好我的病，并无法改变他是一位真正好的神的这个事实。
Though He could easily take something away in the matter of a second.
也许呢，他可以很轻易的呢，在1秒之内就将一件事情拿走。
The humbling reality is that our faith does not mature in 1 second.
但现实呢是我们的信心很多时候无法在1秒钟就变成成熟。
I started asking God to give me the strength to keep walking forward.
我开始求神能够赐给我力量，让我能够继续的向前。
As I opened up to God about my struggle,
当我对神敞开心房，讲到我所经历的这些挣扎，
He supplied the motivation and strength I had always lacked.
他给我我总是缺少的动力以及力量。
I finally began to take my medication consistently.
我终于开始就是按照有规律的来吃药。
And I began to test my blood sugar frequently.
我也开始有规律的来测我的血糖。
This all happened 8 years after my diagnosis.
我一直到我被诊断出有糖尿病之后8年，我才开始这么做。
He gave me the courage to share openly with others.
他也给我的勇气，让我能够对其他人分享这件事情。
And as I look back now,
当我回顾这一切，
I am in awe of God's patience and mercy towards me and my stubborn heart.
都是因为神有他的无比的耐心以及怜悯，对我以及我的顽固的心的爱心与怜悯。
In 2018, there came a big test.
在2018年的时候，有一个考验临到我。
There was a painful experience that left me feeling rejected.
有一个让我感到非常痛苦的经历，让我觉得因为我感到我被拒绝。
All because of my identity as someone with a chronic illness.
因为我是一位慢性病患者。
So it made me think once again.
因此呢，我开始又再一次思考。
What's the point of living if I'm just going to be a burden?
如果我活着呢，只是要成为别人的负担，为什么还要继续活着呢？
In addition to this painful experience, I was unable to drive legally for 4 months.
在这个非常让我痛苦的经验之外呢，我还有整整4个月的时间不可以开车。
I didn't get into a car accident.
我并没有造成车祸，
I didn't receive a ticket.
我也没有犯任何交通的违规。
Yet the DMV put my license on hold simply because of my health condition.
但监理所呢把我的驾照暂时取消，因为我的身体状况。
My commute to work was no longer simple.
我要去上班的通勤呢变得不是那么的简单，
I had to rely on my parents.
我必须要依赖我的父母
I also had to rely on my coworkers.
以及我的同事们。
It was hard for me to have to depend on others for something I could originally take care of myself.
对于这些我原本可以自己就完成的事情，要去依赖别人是一件非常困难的事。
At this time, I also started experiencing several other health problems.
大概在这段时间，我开始经历了各式各样其他的健康问题。
These included migraines and painful stomach flare-ups,
就包含了偏头痛以及非常强烈的胃痛，
and my blood sugars were unstable.
而且不稳定的血糖。
At this time, it felt like all my efforts in taking care of myself were in vain.
在这个时间点，我感受到我之前对我的身体所付出的各种努力，好像是徒劳无功。
I spent a lot of time wishing that taking care of my health was as easy as a math problem.
我希望照顾我自己的身体健康，就好像是就按照数学的公式一样那么简单。
I began experiencing depressive episodes as the emotional and physical struggles felt suffocating.
当我在身体以及心理上的这些挣扎越来越恶化的时候，我开始感受到非常的忧虑。
It wasn't until all of these incidences that I realized the invisible battle I was fighting was still there.
我知道发生这些事情之后呢，我才知道那个看不见的战争还持续存在着。
I felt so trapped.
我觉得我陷入了其中，
So I told God, just give up on me already.
所以我跟神说，就放弃我吧。
I'm a lost cause.
我已经失败了。
Through this process, I recognized one problem.
在这个过程中，我发现一个问题，
It was the pride in my heart that was stunting the growth in my faith all along.
是我心中的那份骄傲，阻碍了我的信仰的成长。
All these 8 years, I had been very easily affected by my condition.
在这8年之中呢，我非常容易受到我身体状况而影响。
I was affected by what other people thought or said.
我也很容易受到其他人的想法以及他们所说的话而受到影响。
I was deeply frustrated when things didn't go smoothly.
当事情不是那么顺利的时候，我感到非常的挫折。
For some reason, I was able to see God's grace in so many other aspects of my life.
我在生活中的许多方面，我都可以看到神的恩惠。
I had gone through several challenges in college and at work.
我在我的大学以及在我工作上都遇到了许多的困难。
But when it came to this layer of life,
我能够克服那些困难，但如果是讨论到我的身体状况，
my heart was filled with so much unbelief, discontent, and despair.
我的心是充满着各种不信、不满足以及绝望。
It was as if spiritually I was suffering from internal bleeding.
好像在属灵上我是在内出血，
It's invisible,
是看不见的。
but it's deadly if left untreated.
但如果我放任它不治疗的话，终究会造成死亡。
I began to understand that God had prepared all of these things out of love.
我开始了解说，神预备这些事都是出于他的爱。
He wanted me to see the true state of my faith.
他希望我看到我信仰的真正的状态。
He wanted me to see the depth of my pride.
他希望我看到我心中那份骄傲的深度。
So as I hit rock bottom,
所以当我到这个境地，
I began desperately crying out to God.
我开始拼命的向神呼求，
I read the Psalms over and over.
我开始读诗篇一遍又一遍。
God used so many ways to encourage me during that time.
在那段时间，神用很多不同的方法来鼓励我。
Sometimes it would be through a simple phrase in a hymn we sang on Sabbath.
有时候呢，它可能是我们在安息日聚会的时候唱的诗的某一节，
Sometimes it would be one phrase in a Bible verse.
或者是在圣经的某一个经节。
Sometimes it would be through a friend,
有时候是透过我的朋友，
and sometimes it was simply gained through prayer.
有时候我是在祷告中得到他的鼓励。
I learned that letting go of having my own way and learning to surrender was the key to knowing the fullness of God's heart.
我知道要了解神的完美完全，我必须要放弃我的自己心中的想法，并且呢学习降服于神。
However, while this is a lesson I learned,
然而，虽然这是一个我所学到的一个课题，
it is truly a continual process of growth.
它却是一个持续性的一个成长的过程。
Letting go and wholeheartedly relying on God are parts of a constant daily battle.
要放下自己心中的想法，并且全心仰赖神，是我们每一天都会要经历的征战。
In the fall of last year, 2019,
在2019年的秋天，
God gave me another opportunity to grow.
神给我的另外一个成长的机会。
I started working at a different elementary school.
我开始在另外一间学校工作。
For some reason, there was something in my classroom that severely aggravated my allergies.
那教室里呢，可能有某一项事情，某一样东西，让我的过敏更加恶化。
And the room was deeply cleaned.
虽然教室已经打扫得非常干净，
We removed the carpet,
我们把地毯也移除了，
and we turned on the air purifier every single day.
并且每天打开空气清净机。
But for some reason, I continued to experience difficulty breathing, chest pain, and severe cough attacks.
但不知为何，我还是持续的感受到呼吸困难，并且胸痛以及非常严重的咳嗽。
The physical discomfort was exhausting.
这些身体上的不舒服呢，对我来讲是非常让我感到疲惫。
I felt very physically weak for most of the day.
在一周的好几天，我都感受到身体非常的虚弱。
I was also in the process of preparing for 3 teaching credential exams.
当时我正好也正在准备，我要考3项教师的资格考。
It didn't seem like great timing at all.
对我从旁人角度，这看起来都不是一个好的时机。
But God, out of His mercy, was trying to rebuild my faith again.
但神出于他的怜悯，是要尝试再一次的重建我的信心。
So here I was,
那么今天的我，
once more battling the emotional toll of physical symptoms.
所以在这时候的我呢，是再一次的要来与我因为我的身体状况而造成的情绪上的打击，与他来征战。
And the difficulty to simply pray aloud made me realize how much I wanted to pray to get through this time.
当时呢，我甚至要大声的向神祷告都非常困难，这让我也了解到说我是如何渴望能够向神来在这样的情况之下来祷告。
And I'm very grateful for the care and loving prayers of brothers and sisters as I went through this new trial.
我也很感谢身旁的弟兄姐妹，在我经历这段考验当中，给我的关心以及他为我的祷告。
However, I also knew that the way to fully overcome the negativity churning within me was to spend more time with God in prayer alone.
然而我也知道，如果我要完全的克服我心中的负面情绪的话，我必须要自己多花时间与神向神祷告，与神在一起。
So I made the determination to remember one thing.
因此呢，我下定决心要记得一件事情：
God is always with me.
神一直都与我同在。
This meant I could pray to him whenever and wherever.
这代表了无论何时何地，我都能够向他祷告。
It meant that no matter what, he would take care of everything.
这也代表着，无论发生什么事，他都会照料好一切。
At first, I spent a lot of these prayers venting to him.
在一开始呢，我花很多时间在祷告中来向他发泄。
I would talk about how painful things were.
我会告诉神说，事情是让我感受到多么痛苦。
And I spent a lot of time complaining.
我也花很多时间向神抱怨。
But one day,
但有一天，
God arranged for me to hear this choir piece.
神来安排了我来听到这一个诗歌。
It was called In Everything Give Thanks.
它的歌名呢是叫做说，无论何事都献上感谢。
And it included these words.
它的歌词有这些以下这段话：
In everything give thanks to God.
无论何事都要向神献上感谢。
For sunshine and for rain.
为了晴天，以及也为了雨天。
The Lord is working good in you.
因为神是为了你神是为了你来做美事。
His mercy will sustain.
他的怜悯会持续着。
The valleys have a purpose, the struggles and the strife.
无论是山谷或我们所经历的困苦，都有他的美好的旨意。
Each cross you bear,
无论是你所背的十字架，
each scar you wear,
无论是你受到的各种伤痕，
are testaments of praise.
都是赞美的明证。
For everything works out for good
因为万事都是互相效力，
when covered by God's grace.
并且呢，当神的恩惠来笼罩在这些事情上之后，
God was reminding me through this song.
神在这首诗当中呢，来提醒我，
Even in difficult moments, we ought to give thanks.
就算在非常困难的时候，我们也应该要向神献上感谢。
These difficult moments are opportunities to rely on God even more than before.
这些困难的时刻呢，更是我们要更加依靠神的机会。
As it was painful for me to even breathe at times,
虽然有时候就算是呼吸也让我感到痛苦，
I became so grateful for every single breath God gave me.
但我因此对于我每一口所能吸到的气，都对神感到感谢。
This was something I had always taken for granted in the past.
这是过去的我总是视为理所当然的。
So from that day forward,
因此在那天之后，
I began to talk to God and thank Him.
我开始向神祷告，我开始向神献上感谢，并且向神说话。
Whether it was during my long commutes to work,
无论是我在要去上班的途中，
or as I walked through the hallways of the school,
或者是当我走在学校的走廊上，
whenever I got stressed,
或者是当我受到压力的时候，
or when happy things happened.
或者是当开心的事发生的时候，
I would also try to memorize a verse from my favorite hymns.
我也会开始尝试从我喜爱的诗歌中记得一段经节。
This was so that even though I couldn't sing, I could still keep it in mind throughout the day.
这让我呢，虽然我也许平常无法大声的唱出来，但我可以放在心中，整天在心中唱着。
When giving thanks was difficult,
当要向神献上感谢是非常困难的时候，
I had one prayer.
我有一个祷告，
Lord, please give me a grateful heart.
主啊，求你赐给我一颗感恩的心。
And through the Lord's compassion,
借着神的怜悯，
I was no longer consumed by my circumstances.
我不再被我的遭遇所吞没。
God was the one opening my eyes.
神开了我的眼。
I was able to see the grace that had always been there.
让我能够看见一直都是在那里，我之前却没有看见的神的恩惠。
Those months helped me realize
那几个月呢，帮助我理解到一件事情。
praising God is one of the greatest weapons we have in our daily battles.
赞美神呢，是我们在我们每一天的征战当中最好的武器。
When I took my teaching credential exams, I didn't feel physically well.
当我在考教师资格考的时候，我身体并不舒服。
I also worried about how I hadn't studied as much as I wanted to.
我也因为呢，我没有按照我计划的那样认真，或者是那样花很多时间去读书，而感到非常的担心。
Because at that time I had been really sick.
因为那段时间我身体的状况非常不好。
But God still helped me through.
但神帮助我度过这一切。
He gave me the strength to endure the symptoms during the exam.
他赐给我力量，让我能够在考试当中呢，来忍耐我身体的这些症状。
And he gave me peace after the exam.
并且让我在考试之后心中得到平安。
Thank God, after a couple of months,
感谢主，在几个月之后，
the respiratory symptoms were resolved.
这些呼吸道的症状就消失了。
While there are still different physical struggles I face today,
虽然现在我还是身体有不同的一些问题，我必须要每天面对。
God continues to use these moments to remind me to trust in the Lord and not lean on my own understanding.
神继续的用这些事情来提醒我，让我记得我是要信靠神，而不是依赖自己的智慧。
I was reminded of this experience when the pandemic began.
当这个疫情开始的时候，我又想起我过去的这些经历。
Many people from different circles of my life reached out to me.
我生活圈的不同生活圈的朋友们呢，都都关心我。
As I took a closer look at their messages,
当我看他们传给我的信息，
I noticed that there was a theme.
我感受到了这些讯息当中有一个主题。
Along the lines of, I bet this outbreak is unsettling for you because of your health.
许多人告诉我说，我相信这个疫情对你来讲，因为你的身体状况应该是让你感到非常不安。
At this moment, I felt so overwhelmed by God's love and care.
在这个时刻，我感到非常的对神的爱以及神的关怀感到非常的感动。
As someone with a weak immune system, I suddenly realized that God was the one calming my fears all this time.
虽然我的免疫系统非常差，但我瞬间明白了神是如何的安慰我，并且呢，止住我的泪水。
I am also typically a person that gets easily anxious and stressed out.
我也是一个容易感到焦虑，并且呢，容易感到压力的人。
But somehow, amidst pandemic panic,
但在这一个疫情的严峻的过程当中，
and when the whole world is anxious,
当全世界都感到非常焦虑的时候，
my heart was filled with peace.
我的心中充满了平安。
He supplied comfort as I meditated on his promises.
当我思考他的应许的时候，他赐给我的安慰。
He gave me strength as I counted his blessings each day.
当我数算他的恩典的时候呢，他每一天都赐给我力量。
Surely it is only God who can guard our hearts and minds in this method.
只有神能够呢保守我们的心以及我们的意念，
transforming our mindset in facing times of trouble and uncertainty.
并且让我们在这个充满着困难以及不确定的时间，让我们能够改变我们的想法。
Through the past 12 years, I've come to understand this.
在过去12年，我了解了这件事情。
The purpose behind everything that happens is an opportunity God gives us to draw closer to Him.
每一件事发生的事情呢，背后的目的就是神给我们再一次靠近他、亲近他的机会。
The times of adversity,
在逆境的时候，
the times of joy,
在有喜乐的时候，
these do not happen at random or for no reason.
这些并不是偶然发生，或者是没有它的目的的。
All of our experiences are an opportunity to know God more.
无论我们所遭遇的各种事情，都是让我们能够更了解神的机会，
To know Him better,
能够更加的知道他，
to understand His heart.
去了解他的心意，
It is to refine our thoughts,
也是更精进我们的想法，
our words,
我们所说的话，
our actions,
我们的行为，
our personality,
我们的个性，
as well as our relationships with others.
以及我们与其他人之间的人际关系。
It allows us to realign our heart with God's.
它让我们能够重新的将我们的心朝向神。
When we look back on our hardest times, we will be able to see the beauty of God's higher purpose.
当我们回过头看我们最艰困的时候，我们就可以看到神他更美好的旨意。
And just like Joseph,
就好像约瑟一样，
we will find even after all the longest, most trying, difficult years,
在非常长久的在非常常年的常年的困难之后，
we can boldly say it was God who brought us here.
我们可以很勇敢的说，是神带领我来到这里。
I learned that the greatest miracle is how God, as the healer of our hearts, can change us.
我所学习到的最大的神迹呢，就是神就算我们的遭遇没有改变，神却能够改变我们的心，因为他是我们的心的治疗者。
So even if our circumstances don't change or we go through the darkest of moments, His faithfulness shines through and through.
所以尽管我们现在所遭遇的这些情况并没有任何的改变，并且我们经历最黑暗的时刻，但他的信实却是像一道亮光，正在闪亮发亮着。
He allows us to experience how a thorn doesn't have to be a burden.
他让我们知道说，一根刺并不一定会成为负担。
Through eyes of gratitude, we can see God giving us the strength we need.
透过感恩的眼，我们可以看到是神要借着这根刺来给我们力量。
He gives us the spiritual strength to grow through whatever we go through.
他赐给我们属灵的力量，让我们无论遭遇什么事情都能够克服。
The pain that we have to face will never be in vain.
我们所经历的痛苦永远不会是徒劳无功的。
It is His sufficient grace that allows us to say,
是因为他充足的恩惠，让我们能够这么说。
an illness, even one that is chronic, is a tremendous blessing from God.
一项疾病，甚至是慢性疾病，都是从神而来极大的祝福。
Lastly, I would like to share a few verses.
最后我想要分享几段经节。
Let's turn to Psalm 62,
我们翻到诗篇第62篇
verses 5 through 7.
第5到第7节。
Psalm 62, verse 5 through 7.
诗篇第62篇第5到第7节。
Verse 5.
第5节，
My soul, wait silently for God alone, for my expectation is from Him. Verse 6.
第6节，
He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be moved. Verse 7.
第7节，
In God is my salvation and my glory, the rock of my strength, and my refuge is in God.
第5节，我的心哪，你当默默无声，专等候神，因为我的盼望是从他而来。第6节，唯独他是我的磐石，我的拯救，他是我的高台，我必不动摇。第7节，我的拯救，我的荣耀都在乎神，我力量的磐石，我的避难所都在乎神。
Thank God. This concludes my testimony.
感谢神，我的见证到此。
May all the glory, praise, and honor be unto our Lord Jesus Christ.
愿所有的荣耀、赞美以及尊贵都在我们主耶稣基督的名下。
In the name of Jesus Christ, I speak.
奉主耶稣的圣名讲几句话。
Lord, thank God we hear a very touching and good testimony.
感谢神，我们聆听到一段非常让人感动的见证。
Sister Ruth, testimony remind me a couple things.
Ruth 姐妹她的见证呢，提醒了我的几项事情。
First, there are brother sister just like her went through trials.
有许多弟兄姐妹就像她一样，经历了许多考验。
And also there are some brother sister currently also going through trials.
也有许多弟兄姐妹，他们现在正在经历这些考验。
And I also know that there will be some brother sister also will be facing similar trials like hers.
我也知道有一些弟兄姐妹，也许在未来也会经历这一些考验。
And her testimony tell us what kind of blessings she have received.
在这段见证当中，我们知道她是得到了神怎样的恩典。
She had more faith, had more understanding of God than before.
她与之前相较起来的对神有更深的了解，并且有更强的信心。
And also her testimony tell us how we can overcome our trial too.
这个见证也告诉我们说，我们可以如何的来克服我们所经历的这些考验。
And how every trial can help us to draw close to God.
并且透过这些考验，我们能够更加的亲近神。
So now let's sing hymn.
接下来我们一起唱诗
91.
第91首。